Now we will see introduction Python, that is Python for network engineer. So here we are going to learn some basic stuff and we are going to perform 1 or 2 lab. So what we can say, Python is a programming language. It is free and open source. It is developed in 90 and this is a scientist who developed this one. And also Python is also a object oriented. We can say Python we can use for anything. Python language we can use for anything. It is starting from simple script to complex object oriented, and syntax is very simple, easy to learn and easy to write the code. Python is easy to read and learn, and we can use this one because it is freely available and lot of codes are available ready made, so we can use and we can modify. And why we need to use this one? Example, if we are performing the same task daily, if you have any repetitive task, then you can use then you can automate with the help of Python. We can write the Python script. When we click one click, it is going to perform that operation. So we can connect our device with the Python script to configure with the help of Python. So just we need to remember, anything we are doing daily repetitively, so we can use the automation tool Python to perform automatically with the help of script. So, and we have many other things also. We can use Python for web development, machine learning, data analysis, game, desktop application purpose. Also we can use Python to develop this application. How we can install Python means, we need to go to this website www.python.org, and when we open this website, let me show you. When we open this website is going to detect our operating system and they are going to show us. If you see, if I go here download, you will see download for window, and if your device is Mac or if your device is Linux, they are going to show you this is a download for Linux. Anyhow, if you whatever operating system you have, you can select manually also from here. So this is a Python 3.10.1 currently is running. Just we need to click and download this one in our machine. After that, how we can install means, just we need to double click and install. When you are installing, don't forget to click this one, check this install launch for all user and add path 3.8 to path. This one need to check, because when we check that one, we can run the Python from our CMD also. Example, this is my CMD. If I write Python, and if you see, it is available. Okay, here Python already I installed, so it is available. If you see here, if I did not check this one, if I did not check this option here, I cannot access through my command prompt. So if you want to use from command prompt also, we need to check this one. Because why I want to use, because example, if I want to write a is equal to 1, and if I want to print the a, I can print like this. So I am getting the a. If I am writing b is equal to 2 and b is equal to 2, and then I can print b like this way, and I can say print a plus b and like this. So I can print the a value. A is 1, b is 2. Total when I print, it should be 3. So this I can do in the command prompt. I can use this Python also. The other this is Python only, directly we can use this also. But if sometime if you want to run some in the CMD, that's why better whenever you are installing, select this one, add Python, this path, and then select all option, and wherever you want to install, if you want to change the directory which you want to use, and install this one. When you install, it appear like this, like same like this. And here also we can perform, we can write the basic operation like adding, subtracting, multiplying, basic function like we are using for C language or C++, Java. Whenever we are doing any languages, we are writing the basic code, hello world, so we can write that type of code. Here I mention here the basic example. If you see 4 plus 4 is equal to 8, he is giving me the answer. Example, if I write here 4 plus 4, he will give me the 8. If I write 10 into 2, 10 into, let me write into, it is come 8 or 10 into 2. So it will give me 20. So basic mathematical operation we can learn first, same as I mentioned here. After that we can perform one code. So before doing the main code we should have some basic operations. So we can multiply, we can divide, we can do mathematical operation also with this one. An example, if I want to install that anything like if you want to install IPython, Python both are same only. In the IPython they will show us like a little attractive, what I can say, let me show you. If I have any screenshot, this one, it will come in the colorful manner. If you see here, this is not coming in the colorful like a black and white. If I go in my CMD also, I am getting the black and white. If I write IPython, I don't have IPython here, I have only Python. So if you see, it is coming in the black and white. But if you want to use in the color one, both are same only. So we can install the IPython. So how we can install the IPython? If we want to install the IPython, we need to write pip install IPython. So it is going to fetch the IPython from the website, and then he's going to install all that one. Okay, so we are having the print function. If we want to print anything, we can use, this is a syntax. We need to write the name and then put the input. Example, I want to print, and whatever I want to print I can write. Example, I want to print 4 plus 4. So this way we can print also. And if you want to write any variable, like if you want to write any basic code, example, I want to print hello world, I can say a is equal to hello world, then I can print a, so it will appear as a hello world. So variable we can assign also in this one. So this is a basic example. What I will do, I will take this one here, I paste here. Okay, now I will say print a, so it will come here hello world. Okay, so this way we can do, this way we can use the Python. Or if you see here also we can do same thing. I can paste here, here I will a is equal to, I can define same thing, anything we can define. Example, if I want to define this one, let me copy this. I want to define this value here. Let me erase first of all this all, and then I will define everything in the B. Then I want to print, I will write this B here, same small. If I am using small, I will define, and then if you see, whatever the value I assign, we are getting that one. So this way we can assign the string. Same like that we can assign the number. I can assign value to a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10. Then I can print individual, and I can make addition, subtraction, multiplication, and we can redeclare the value. First I told a is equal to 1, then I told b is equal to 2, then again I am saying a is equal to 3, and I can print. So this way we can redeclare also. We have so many things, but in our syllabus we don't have more detail. But anyhow, better to have the idea, because in the future we will have everything on the automation. So better if we have the basic idea. Anyhow, I am going to share these notes. In this I put all the Python stuff, so you will have the basic background about the Python. So same thing here, variable within the variable. I write here a is equal to 10, then again I am saying b is equal to a. So I am assigning variable in the variable. So this way also we can do, and we can use the function. Example, function is nothing but I am using the print function. So I want to print anything, I can print here. This is also one function. I will say input. So when I use this input function, example, I will write router is equal to input, and whatever is input we are taking from here, that all input is going to store in the router. And then when I print the router, print this variable, that value is going to appear on that one. Let me show you. Example, I taken this, okay, and I write here. If you see, this is the value I wrote, that value go inside that one. Example, I will write a b c, and then I will write print, and whatever that router, I will close, and sorry, I put the 0 by mistake. It will take some time, or let me break this. Yeah, I break here. Let me remove and print this one. Okay, if you see what I want to show you here, example, if you want to read take the value from the user, you want to ask the user to put that value. Okay, so we are writing here router is equal to input of this is a network for you router. Okay, so after that whatever name you want to define, you can define that one. That value is going to store in the router. That value whatever we wrote here, that value is going to store inside this one, and when we print that one we will see what we have. So I will write that print router. So whatever value store in this one we can get here. If you see network I have here, I write here network. So what we can say, by using the input function we can ask the user to define the username or define the password. We can take the password or username from the user by using the input function. Okay, we can also declare the variable to a Python function, that is router is equal to input, this is a network, and we can print. So with this one what we learn the basic function about the Python. Okay, by basic function about the Python. If you see here, this is the Python support user input, which means program will ask user to input. This one just now what I am saying. Like when user input any data, press enter, it will store in the variable as a string and we can print. Example what I told here, host is equal to input, enter your host name. Input your host name. So it will come to your screen, enter your host name. Whatever name you will put, that value is going to store in the host name. And when we print, it will come this way. Let me show you. So what I will do here, I will put here this. Let me copy this, what we are saying, this one, right? Let me copy this and then I am going to paste this value here. Not appearing here. Let me paste here, or not coming. Let me copy again this one. Okay, now let me paste. Yeah, see here it came, enter your host name. I will write router, and then when I say print bracket host name, so it will appear here whatever the user give router, and it is stored in the host name, and we can print here by using the print function. Okay, so this way we can do also. And also we can use the if else. If example, if your manager asks you create the 200 VLAN, in that scenario we can use the if else condition, like if some condition follow, else perform the other operation we can use. Like if 100 is greater than equal to 55, print this router is using high CPU. If it is not using, then print that one. We can put this multiple condition, nested if we can use, and we can use the if, same like in our C language, C++ we are using, we can use if else if condition. When we want to use multiple condition, if you want to run, we can use. So this is a basic code for the Python. So we will do this here, so you will have more idea. Let me show you. I save somewhere. Let me show you that one. I think here I put, this is a Python lab 1. So this is a, no need to worry, even if you did not understand in your syllabus, they did not ask you the coding. Just for knowledge purpose I am showing you. Even if you want to skip, you can skip also, but better to have the idea. This is very simple. Here first we need to define the library. So import required library. I am going to use the telnet. Okay, I am going to use the telnet. So I need to write the code for telnet. Already code is available. Already it is available in the library. So I can call. If I write the telnet code, maybe it will take 15 pages to write the telnet code. So no need to write the telnet code. Okay, so we can call. So it is available in the library. Telnet lib. It is a library. If I want to use the telnet code, I can import in my library. So I will write import and telnet lib. This is a library where I have the telnet code. Telnet lib is a telnet code available in this place. From here they are going to call in our code. So this is the first step. And then we need to define the important variable. Example, I want to define the host, and we need to write the host IP. Whatever IP. In this scenario I have 192.168.65.178. But in another scenario, your scenario may be different IP. Whatever IP you have, your router IP, we will write here. And whatever the username, I am using username as Cisco, password as Cisco. In your scenario, I don't know, whatever username you have and password we will define here. So just we need to remember in this section what we are going to do. We are going to define the important variable. We are going to define our router IP, router username, password. After that, we are going to use this information in the telnet. We are using this info telnet into the device. So with this library, this is a library telnet lib, if you see. So in that library, we are saying telnet this host, and whenever you are telnetting host, store all that value in this tn. So when it put in the tn, all this value whatever we are getting, it is going to store in tn. And here we are going to compare the username and password. Here tn.read until. So this tn is having the telnet session. It created the telnet session. So dot read means in that telnet session read the username. He is going to check this username. And again password. If a username whatever we wrote, it is going to convert into ASCII value, and then he is going to check the password and it is going to convert in the ASCII value. If it is match, then they are going to perform this operation. This command is going to perform on that device. What they are going to do, they have this session, telnet session. Tn means telnet session. They are going to write. They are going to write this all step. They are going to write. What they are going to write? They are going to write enable and the enable password. Then they are going in the configuration. Then they are writing interface loopback 0, and they are going to assign this IP address to the interface loopback 0, and they are going to create the interface loopback 1, and they are going to assign this one, then end and exit. After that, we want to see this all in our display. So we will write print function, print telnet session, read all the operation whatever we perform. So here he is going to show that one. Okay, let me repeat again. First thing, we need to have the library. If you don't want library, we need to write the 15-page code for telnet. So no need to write the 15-page code. Only in the one step we will say import telnet lib. So he is going to fetch all the telnet code from this place. And then we need to define the router IP, router username, password. And this is a telnet. We are saying use the telnet library and telnet this device and store the session in this one. And then read this username, convert into ASCII value, because machine is going to use the ASCII value. ASCII means, if you remember, when you press the keyboard A, it is going to convert into ASCII value. So that will convert, and same thing they are going to check the password, that also convert. If all are same, then they are going to perform the operation whatever we want to perform. And then whatever we perform all steps, if you want to see, we can see also. But your device, your router should have this IP, and he should have this username and password, and he should have the telnet configuration. If you don't have, then it will not work. So what we need to do, go in the user, that is router, assign the IP address, create the user and password, and here also this is the enable password. We need to define this enable password and configure the IP and enable the telnet. Okay, so let's do that one. For that purpose, I taken the R1. This is the R1. I will enable. Okay, I will take the console of the R1. And this is a NAT cloud I connected. Why I taken the NAT cloud? Because I am going to run this code in my Visual Code Studio. This one, Visual Studio Code. So in this one we can run our code. Okay, this is a compiler. We can write the code. Same code I copy paste here. Just now what I explained here. So I want to run the code here. I want to run the script here in my computer. So I need to connect this router to my computer. How I can connect? I can connect by using the NAT cloud. Here we can get the NAT cloud. So this NAT cloud is connected to me. Okay, and if you have confusion, just change the icon. Select any computer icon. Imagine you are sitting here, you are doing that one. So let me go here or anything, any icon like computer or client. Imagine this is the client. Okay, so this is a client. I am sitting here, I am running the code from here, from this machine. Imagine like that. And here in the router we need to have the IP. If you see here, this is a router. Show IP interface brief. We don't have any IP. So what I will do, I will go in the global configuration mode. I will go interface fast Ethernet 0x0. I will write IP address DSCP. I can get DSCP or I can define the IP. I need to have the IP from the same range, whatever range we have, so they can communicate. Okay, so let's see. I think we will get the IP. What IP I get from here? Show IP interface brief. So I get here 180. Okay, in our code what we have, we need to check, and if anything different we need to edit 180. So this one should be 180. Okay, I will change here 180, this one, and I will save this code. Okay, and then we need to configure username. So I will write username admin, username Cisco we wrote, Cisco, password Cisco. Okay, and enable secret password also Cisco. And now we need to configure the telnet. How we will configure? We will write LAN VTY 024 login local. Okay, this we learn in our CCNA level. Just a step. If you have confusion, I will write here in the notepad anywhere. If you want, let me write here the R1 configuration here. Let me define here. I will write here, this is a R1 configuration. Here enable config T, host name R1, interface fast Ethernet 0x0, IP address DSCP, no shut. And then we will write username Cisco and password Cisco. Enable secret, or directly we can define enable password or write secret. Password is Cisco. And telnet LAN VTY 024 login local. This is the configuration what I done in the R1. Okay, so now this configuration is done. If you see, show IP interface brief, we don't have anything here. In our code what we mention, we need to create the loopback 0 and loopback 1, loopback 0 and loopback 1. If you see here in this one, we don't have any loopback 0 and loopback 1. Now we are going to run the code and we are going to check it will create. Okay, so let me save this code. How we will run? Just we need to go and press this icon. Just we need to go and press, this is run Python. So I will run this one. If you see, it is running here. If you see here, it will come here, because we are getting, this is our print function. So whatever operation is performed, it should show here. So it is showing. It check and enable password, then go in the config T, and here they created the loopback 0, assign the IP address, loopback 1, assign the IP address. So successfully done here as per our script. Now we can go and check. If you see script here, we are getting loopback 0 is up, loopback 1 is up, and someone, that is 192.168.65.1, someone log in to the LAN VTY and they perform some operation. Now we can write show IP interface brief, and if you see, we have the loopback 0 and loopback 1. Before we don't have, if you see, we don't have. Now we created. Imagine if your manager asks you create 100 loopback, you can create 100 loopback. You can write here, or we can use the for loop, else for loop we can use, and we can create so many things. This is a just simple example, but if you want to do so many loopback or so many operation, we can create by using the for loop. Okay, so this way we can run the script and we can perform the operation. This way we can perform the operation. So this is a one lab by using the Python. We will do another one. Let me stop this one. We will do next lab now, because the video will become lengthy if we continue here. So let me stop.